from 138th in Harlem, who 139th in Harlem,
Mm-hmm.
who was, you know, just had all types of just flamboyance of the flyest fashion. You know, Big L.
Mm.
Tell us about Big L
Yes.
in terms of his impact and just, you know, why he's so revered in terms of why Lamont Coleman was just this, even with one official album, because unfortunately, in 1999, we all know, I believe it was February 22nd. What did Lamont Coleman?
February 15th. Yeah,
February 15th. I was off that week. Thank you. Don't want to be remiss on that. February 15th. Thank you. You know, because we're gonna get to VICT album, and your verse on Tribute was just so touching regarding it. What did Big L mean to the crew in terms of what he really brought? Because Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous was just, oh my God.
He was just the future. I mean, it ain't no. I mean, I never get tired of talking about L, but I probably just said everything I probably know about L, because, yo, to be honest, I didn't get enough time with him to know, you know, his deep personal, you know what I'm saying? I know he went on the road with me. You know, we would get money together, do shows together. He would do shows with me, and like he would do with everybody else. But we didn't have enough time, man. Like it all hit so fast. You know, people just didn't understand. I didn't have enough time with him, like everybody else did, and you know, I think a lot of people don't understand that he was the future. I knew it. You know, other people knew it. You know, and from my perspective, I thought him, Fat Joe, and Lord Finesse were the stars of the crew. You know, I think everybody else wasn't looking for the spotlight, so to speak. And they were. You know, I think they were stars personified. It was part of them. And, you know, 2 out of 3, I was right.
And, you know, it's wild, because a lot of people don't know this story, that actually, you know, as, you know, Big L's, you know, rep and his stardom grew, he was actually going to end up on Rockefeller at one point. He was actually going to be there.
Yeah.
You know, before what happened.
No.
You know.
Yeah, he was going to Rockefeller. You know, it was no secret. Dame was definitely courting him, and you know, he was about to be a star, man. Like that's basically everything in a nutshell. And he was a funny dude, and you know, he was just too young to be murdered that way and shot down like a dog that way. You know. Do I still think about him all the time? But the memory of how he was left, I really like that. That's something that comes and goes with me, because I know he wasn't supposed to end up that way. That wasn't his design.
Right.
That was just it was just a big loss, man, because when I hear Ebonics, I ain't never heard nothing like that before in my life. That it was one of those records that made your head spin like the Exorcist. Like, yo, this is some fly ish right
Yes.
here.
Yeah. Nah. I mean, the kid was, like I said, he was the future. But I see him a lot in Murder Mook. You know, it must be a Harlem thing, but I think. I feel like, just my opinion, someone like Murder Mook is like what people were touting Big L to become in their mind, and Mook is that.
Yeah. You know, when we first heard, because when I first heard this is where I got my education when I was younger in terms of a lot of times how the video versions where the songs don't always match up with the album is Banging His Lifestyle with the Poor and Dangerous was. I love that video version of MVP, which was actually a remix. I did not know this, even though the album version was banging as well. You know, those heavy kick drum snares, but the remix version of the video was just so smoothed out. What King said about Ebonics, though, which was off the Big Picture, the posthumous release in 1999, Ebonics, I tell anybody, if you want to get a crash course on New York slang in terms of even how it's still relevant and hot today, that's a crash course right there. I mean, there are so many one-liners in that, so much slang. You know, I mean, you know, L was people really don't understand the level of genius he had with that. You know.
Yeah, no, I mean, we understood that what he did, it took him some time too. You know, it took him maybe a year while we was on tour for the Jules album and stuff like that. But you know, he would tell me lines while I'm on the plane, and I'm like, you know, I'm tired, I don't want to hear it. And when he actually laid it down, it was just like I couldn't be surprised no more. I knew what my crew did. I knew what dudes in my crew did. I knew what the producers and the MCs did. So was it surprising? No, not at all. Like, was it incredible?